Okay, hello Daniel.
Hi, Miss Ray.
Let's read book 6. Okay, the title is Ricotta's Mighty Robot versus the Stupid Stinkbugs from Saturn. Are you ready? Let's go. Wait just a minute. Okay, here we go. Chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 chapters. Okay, look at the pictures. Let's go. Chapter 1, Ricky and his robot. One fine day, Ricky Ricotta and his mighty robot were playing cops and robbers in their yard. Ricky liked to play the robber because he was good at hiding. Ricky's mighty robot liked playing the cop because he was good at finding things. Hey, no fair, Ricky laughed. You're not allowed to use X-ray vision. Soon, Ricky's mother came outside. Come along, boys, she said. We are going to your cousin Lucy's house for lunch. Oh, man, said Ricky. Do we have to go? Yes, said Ricky's mother. It will be fun. But Uncle Freddy always shakes my hand too hard, said Ricky. And Auntie Ethel always kisses me too much. And Cousin Lucy always wants to play princess. Well, we are going anyway, said Ricky's mother. So please try to have some fun. We'll go, Ricky sighed. But we won't have any fun. Chapter 2, Uncle Freddy and Auntie Ethel. Soon, Ricky and his parents arrived at Cousin Lucy's house. Hello, Ricky, my boy, said Uncle Freddy. He grabbed Ricky's hand and shook it hard. Ow, said Ricky. Come on now, said Uncle Freddy. Nobody likes a wimpy handshake. Auntie Ethel reached down and kissed Ricky all over his face. Yuck, said Ricky. No, said Auntie Ethel. Everybody loves kisses. Ricky's mighty robot wanted to say hello too. He reached down and shook Uncle Freddy's hand. Wowza yowza, shouted Uncle Freddy. Nobody likes a wimpy handshake, Ricky giggled. Then Ricky's robot gave Auntie Ethel a big slobbery kiss. What's the matter? Ricky laughed. I thought you loved kisses. Ricky and his mighty robot flew into the backyard. There was Lucy having a tea party with her pets. Wow, cried Ricky. Look how big your Jurassic jackrabbits got. They like to eat, said Lucy. So I named them Fudgy, Cupcake, and Waffles. Ricky rolled his eyes. Let's play princess, Lucy said. No way, said Ricky. Oh, come on, Lucy begged. I'll be the beautiful princess, and you can be the ugly prince. Fudgy, Cupcake, and Waffles will be our royal ponies, and your robot can be the big, brave knight. What part of no way don't you understand? Asked Ricky. Now, boys, said Ricky's father, I want you to play nicely with Lucy. Rats, said Ricky. This is turning out to be a very bad day. But what Ricky didn't know was that things were about to get much, much worse. Chapter 3, Sergeant Stinkbug. More than 800 million miles away, there was a polluted planet called Saturn, which was overrun with stupid, smelly stink bugs. Everywhere you looked, trash filled the streets. Garbage gunked up the rivers. And the factories puffed out so much pollution, it formed a toxic ring of smoke around the whole planet. But of all the stupid, smelly creatures on Saturn, there was no one stupider or smellier than evil Sergeant Stinkbug. He was a ruler of Saturn, and he was the worst litterbug of all. Every day when Sergeant Stinkbug was done eating, he threw his dirty dishes out the window. Every night when he was through watching his favorite shows, he tossed his TV out the window. And every morning when he was finished sleeping in his bed, well, you get the idea. Usually, Sergeant Stinkbug loved his smelly, toxic planet. But today, as he strolled through Pollution Parkway, he got fed up. "This place is a dump," he shouted. "I want to find a new planet that I can junk up." So Sergeant Stinkbug gathered his stinky subjects, climbed aboard his giant spaceship, and headed for Earth. Chapter 4, The Princess of Earth. As the giant spaceship approached Earth, Sergeant Stinkbug spoke to his armies. "Listen up, you stinkers," said the evil sergeant. "First, we must find the King of Earth and kidnap him. Then we will take over the planet." The stupid stinkbugs searched through their supersonic spy scope, but they could not find a king. They looked all over Earth, but they couldn't find a queen. "Duh, look," said one of the stupid stinkbugs finally. "I think I see a princess." The supersonic spy scope zoomed in on Lucy, who was standing on the picnic table giving orders. "You guys have to protect me," Lucy said, "so the bad guys don't steal all of my precious rubies." "Aha!" cried Sergeant Stinkbug. "I'll kidnap that princess and steal all of those rubies she was talking about. Then we'll all take over the planet." So Sergeant Stinkbug got into his attack pod and headed for Lucy's house. Chapter 5, The Picnic. Soon it was time for lunch. Ricky's aunt and uncle brought food out to everybody. Then they went back inside to eat with Ricky's parents. Fudgy, Cupcake, Waffles, Ricky, and his mighty robot all dove into their grilled cheese sandwiches. "Come on, guys," Lucy whined. "Let's play before we eat." Suddenly, Sergeant Stinkbug showed up. He lowered the automatic snatch arm on his attack pod and grabbed Lucy. "Hey, look, everybody!" cried Lucy. "A bad guy is trying to steal my rubies." "Yeah, right," said Ricky, who didn't even bother to turn around. "Come on, you guys!" cried Lucy. "Stop eating and save me from this evil space bug." "Boy," said Ricky, "that kid sure has a vivid imagination." Chapter 6, Lucy in the Sky with Rubies. Sergeant Stinkbug carried Lucy high into the air and demanded to know where all the rubies were. They're right here on my crown, you big dummy, said Lucy. Those aren't real, said Sergeant Stinkbug. You just threw those on with crayons. You better put me down before my Jurassic jackrabbits beat you up, said Lucy. Ooh, I'm so scared, mocked Sergeant Stinkbug. Did you draw them with crayons too? No, said Lucy. They're real. And they're right behind you. Sergeant Stinkbug turned and saw Fudgy, Cupcake, and Waffles. Help! He screamed. The automatic snatcher arm let go of Lucy and she fell right into the mighty robot's hand. Nice catch, said Lucy. Ricky's mighty robot grabbed Sergeant Stinkbug's attack pod and held it tightly. All right, said Ricky. What's going on here? Oh, nothing, said Sergeant Stinkbug as he reached and pushed the emergency attack button on his wrist. Suddenly, the giant spaceship floating above Earth opened up. 2 warrior stinkbugs flew out of the spaceship and down to Sergeant Stinkbug's side. They were ready to attack. Chapter 7, The Big Fight. Sergeant Stinkbug reached into his belt and grabbed 2 round gumballs. My grow big gumball should do the trick, laughed the evil sergeant. Here you go, my uglies. He threw the gumballs into the warrior Stinkbug's mouth. The warriors chewed, and they grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Then they attacked Ricky's robot. The stupid Stinkbugs started their assault with a super smashing swinger stump. But Ricky's robot bounced back with a bone-busting blast from his bionic breastplate. Then he finished his fight for freedom with a free-flying food in their funky faces. Chapter 8, Captured. Ricky's mighty robot was victorious, but not for long. Sergeant Stinkbug leaned out of his attack pod and tossed more grow-big gumballs into the mouths of his warrior Stinkbugs. As the warriors chewed, they grew and grew and grew some more. Soon, the warriors were 10 times bigger than Ricky's mighty robot. One of them grabbed Ricky's robot in its gigantic fist and prepared to pound him into pieces. We've got to save my robot, cried Ricky. Together, Ricky, Lucy, and Waffles worked out a plan. Fudgy and Cupcake wanted to help too, but they couldn't fly. You boys just stay here and think good thoughts, said Lucy. We'll be back soon and everything will be fine. Ricky, Lucy, and Waffles flew up to Sergeant Stinkbug's attack rod. Let go of my robot right now, yelled Ricky, or you'll be sorry. You're the one who's going to be sorry, laughed Sergeant Stinkbug. He pressed a button on his ship and sprayed our 3 heroes with super stenchy stink gas. The automatic snatcher arm reached out, grabbed Ricky, Lucy, and Waffles, and held them tightly. Then Sergeant Stinkbug called for his troops. The giant spaceship opened up, and suddenly, hundreds of attack rods poured out, lining up in formation. Chapter 9, Fudgy and Cupcake to the rescue. Fudgy and Cupcake watched the horror unfold above their heads. It looked like the end of the world. They knew they couldn't fly, but they still had to do something. Thumpa, 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 thumpa. Thumpa, 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 thumpa. Thumpa, thumpa. Shoo! Spring! Whoosh! Crash bunk! Yes! Snatch! Hooray for Fudgy and Cupcake! Fudgy rummaged through the attack pod until found the grow big gumballs. Good boy, Fudgy, said Ricky. Fudgy wagged his fluffy tail and tossed a bag of gumballs into Ricky's hands. Ricky popped 6 gumballs into his mouth, then chewed and chewed, and grew, and grew, and grew. Now Ricky was as big as Warrior Stinkbugs. He grabbed his mighty robot out of their hands and tucked him into his shirt pocket. Don't worry, mighty robot, said Ricky. It's my turn to save the day. Chapter 10, the big battle in Flipporama. Flippo, hey kids, you can animate the action by following these easy steps. Here's how it works. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Flipporama 1. Remember, flip only page 79. Ready?
Ready?
Go, Daniel! Ooh. The stupid stink bugs attacked. Okay, Flipporama 2. Ricky fought back. Flipporama 3. The stupid stink bugs battled hard. Flipporama 4. Ricky battled harder. Flipporama 5. Ricky battled harder. Ricky Ricotta won the war! Chapter 11. The final attack. Ricky had won his battle with the giant warrior Stinkbugs. But Sergeant Stinkbug still had one more trick up his sleeve. He pressed a button on his wrist and called for his attack pod troops to invade. Suddenly, hundreds of attack pods started zooming toward Earth. Oh no, cried Ricky. They're everywhere. Uh-oh. We're in trouble, mighty robot. No! Whoosh! Froosh! Ka-chak! Chonk! Crash! I've got to get to higher ground. Ah! Boom! Rip! Shing, shing, shing! Zzz! Kafoosh! Ish! Floop! Oh, I get it. It's the world's biggest fly swatter. All right, bug brains. Swoosh, boom. It's time for a smackdown. Swoosh. Whoops. No. Push. Help! Suddenly, a giant hand emerged from a cloud and caught Ricky. It was Lucy. She had chewed up the rest of the bag of gumballs and nobody was looking. I couldn't help it, said Lucy. I just love gumballs. Lucy reached into outer space and opened up the giant spaceship. With it, she scooped up all the tiny attack pods. Then she shoved the 2 warrior Stinkbugs inside and slammed the lid closed. With one mighty throw, Lucy tossed the mangled spaceship all the way back to Saturn. Well, said Lucy, that takes care of that. Chapter 12, Just Desserts. Fudgy and Waffles had found a bag of super shrinking saltwater taffy inside Sergeant Stinkbug's attack pod. They gave the bag to Ricky's robot, and he fed it to Ricky and Lucy. Soon the 2 cousins had shrunk back to their normal sizes. Together, the 6 friends flew Sergeant Stinkbug to the Squeakyville jail. Then they zoomed back to Lucy's house just in time for dessert. The grown-ups brought out chocolate chip cheesecake for everybody. "We heard loud noises out here," said Uncle Ethel. "What have you kids been up to?" asked Uncle Freddie. "Well, a bad guy tried to steal my rubies," said Lucy. "But Ricky's robot beat up the Stinkbugs. Then Fudgy found some gumballs, and I grew big and clobbered the bad attack pods and—" "Boy," said Ricky's mother, "those kids sure have a vivid imagination." "I know that Lucy gets on your nerves sometimes," Ricky's dad whispered. "But thank you for being nice to her anyway." "No problem," said Ricky. "That's what friends are for." Okay, so here's Fliporama 1. Are you ready, Daniel? Ready? Ready? Oh, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, Fliporama 3, okay? Ready? 3. Okay, 4. Faster. Okay, 4. Ready? Ooh. Okay. So was that good, Daniel?
Yes.
Was it good?
Yes.
Okay.